Hi everyone, welcome back to the Young Pro School of Acting. I'm Lily, I'm the founder and core acting coach of YPS, and today we're going to be discussing confidence in acting. This is a huge topic for actors of all ages and abilities. It's an issue that actors still battle with even when they've done a lot of work. I've been coaching for 10 years and I've seen this time and time again in my students and in professional actors. So today we're going to be discussing why it's important to maintain our confidence levels and how to do it in rehearsal, professional work and in the classroom. In the next month we're going to be posting 6 videos. So if you really want to keep up to date with YPS and all of our tips, tricks, education, then hit the subscribe and give us a thumbs up to let us know that you're a fan. Yay! Why is confidence so important? So this really is for all industries, but acting especially. Acting is a scary thing. Let's just say it. It is not easy to always be confident in the acting room, in the classroom, in the rehearsal. And to be there and to create the best characters that you can, you need to take risks. You need to feel free to experiment. You need to try lots of new things. You will often hear directors say, take a risk, make a bold decision. That takes a lot of confidence to do that. But the actors that really can take a lot of risks and to push themselves and to try new things, those are the actors that are growing and becoming amazing performers. So if you don't feel the confidence to take those risks and to experiment, you really won't ever get to know your full capabilities as an actor. And that's a shame. Another reason why confidence is really important in acting is the job of an actor is to convey a character authentically, to tell a character's story and to affect the audience in a certain way, to have an impact on them. If you are limited to just a few safe options because you have confidence issues in pushing yourself to play more challenging roles for you, you won't affect the audience in the way you want, especially if you just play the same old safe routine. Another reason is that it's just plain miserable. If you don't feel confident, then you're not enjoying yourself. If you don't feel the freedom to try new things, to speak out, to volunteer, to go for those challenging roles, then I'm guessing you're pretty bored or you're pretty terrified. So if you don't improve your confidence levels in acting, then you'll probably end up quitting, which is a great shame because acting is hard enough as it is. The industry is tough, but you should be enjoying your time in the rehearsal room and you should be enjoying the times where you get to act. Okay, you've heard the reasons. You understand that it's important to have confidence. So let's talk about how you can actually achieve that. Firstly, accept that sometimes, if not all of the time, you are going to act badly. I know, it's shocking. No one ever says it. But it's okay to make bad decisions about a character, to experiment, to push yourself. I'm talking about in the classroom, in the rehearsal, in the early stages of a rehearsal. If you are terrified to look like a bad actor in front of your cast, in front of the director, in front of your peers, you are going to feel really, really unconfident in your abilities. However, if you accept that not everything is going to be a brilliant moment, in fact, some moments might be really eggy, some moments might seem really inauthentic, then that confidence level goes up because the pressure comes off. After all, it is the rehearsal room, it is the classroom. That is where the learning is supposed to occur. I mean, you wouldn't teach someone to ride a bike and tell them to keep their feet on the floor because they might fall off. Say to yourself before you enter the classroom or the rehearsal, today there may be some brilliant moments. And today there may be some terrible moments. And that's okay. I am an actor in rehearsal at work. And we have to get into that mentality of it's okay to make mistakes, it's okay to experiment and for something not to work. I know we want to look the best that we can all the time, but actually there's something admirable about people that can push themselves and take risks and make themselves look silly in order that they get the best character that they can. Which takes me on to my second point. Everyone is obsessed with what everyone else thinks of them. But if you use that knowledge, that means no one else really cares about you because everyone is self-involved. So that's something that you really learn through life, is that it doesn't really matter what you look like or how you act because everyone's just obsessed with themselves anyway. Try to rid yourself of the need for approval. And as I was saying, it's really impressive when someone is just going for it, enjoying themselves, being bold, taking risks. That is what people actually find admirable. Mostly, people don't really care what they're doing, it's the way that they're doing it. And even if what they're doing is not the best acting in the world or they aren't the greatest decisions, if they're doing it because you can tell that they're experimenting and they're going for it and they're in rehearsal and they're getting the best out of that experience, that's impressive. Before we get into the final tip, we've decided to make this a two-parter because we've received so many questions from you guys about confidence in the acting class or in the industry. So hit subscribe and look out for part 2. So the final suggestion on how to improve your confidence in the acting rehearsal or in the acting classroom is most excellent acting classes will let you know what they're planning to do next week or next term. And the best thing you can do is to prepare. I know that this is said a lot, is to do your homework and do your preparation, but usually that's mentioned for auditions rather than for just general classes. You can get really good at preparing for each class. You can look up online. I mean, with the internet these days, I mean, there's really no excuse. You can search any technique, improvisation, Stanislavski, Brecht, naturalism, whatever you're focusing on, film techniques, whatever you're focusing on, do your homework. It doesn't mean you have to do 6 hours a day. It just means before the class, have an hour where you do a bit of prep, maybe even get a script up, put the techniques into practice in your bedroom, have a little go. And then when you enter the classroom, I guarantee you'll be the only one that has prepared that thoroughly when they didn't have to. And that's going to give you a huge amount of confidence because not many people in any industry give it everything they've got as hard as they can all the time. And if you start doing that, you're going to notice a big difference in your acting abilities, attitude, confidence, and your life, really. Anyway, guys, look out for part 2. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do have any questions, go to our Instagram or Facebook. They'll be in the description box below. And don't forget, if you're thinking of training with YPS, that will be on our website as well. So see you guys. Bye.